Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. One of the most popular cryptocurrency chart analysts out there says that it seems to him like we're going to have a big run on XRP again. And that's a quote, by the way. He says that XRP history is about to repeat. And this guy, by the way, worth mentioning, he is not a fan of XRP. So I suspect here that he's being intellectually honest by stating something like this. He does not like XRP. And in fact, he used to put out all sorts of completely absurd expectations regarding XRP price. Like, for instance, the SEC, when they started going after Ripple, he claimed I have to go back to double check to be honest, but I think one of the negative things that he said is that XRP is not going to go above 50 cents ever again. And it was just funny because just a couple months after that, it ran to almost $2. So that didn't really work out there. So I think that he was letting his bias seep in and being a little harsh, and he ended up saying that he was just kidding when he wrote those things. I didn't really see the joke in it anywhere, but nothing against him personally. It's fine if he doesn't like XRP. I still appreciate the work that he does. It's just so funny to me that he's so much more accurate about all the other cryptocurrencies. At least up to that point, he'd been so much more accurate about all the other cryptocurrencies that he tracks, except for XRP when he had these wacky low expectations. But he kind of quit doing that after XRP ran to $2. And ever since then, he seems to be having more reasonable expectations and actually even saying positive things, which certainly has caught my attention. So I'm going to share with you the specifics. Got a couple of articles on that topic, actually, from a couple different analysts. I'm going to give you a quick update in terms of what might be reasonable to expect in terms of Bitcoin price action in the short term and for the remainder of 2022. So all sorts of opinions from various analysts. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this video, XRP is at 77 cents, Bitcoin at $41,480, market cap for the asset class 1.98 trillion, and Bitcoin dominance 39.74%. It's sliding down, folks. At least right now it is. Now, it's not in a hugely meaningful way. When is the end near? When is it really near? Well, when alt season, right? So when you see that going down, maybe closer to maybe 30% or somewhere thereabout, maybe then we're really close to the end if the analysts that say alt season's coming is correct. Because even if Bitcoin price weren't going that much lower, if the dominance is decreasing, it probably just means that other coins are popping off. Here's the Crypto Fear and Greed Index at 27 out of 100, indicating that the typical retail speculator is in fear right this very second, and it doesn't make any damn sense. But directionally, wherever the markets are heading, people just feel things as a result of that, and it frequently impacts their buying and selling decisions, which is completely silly. Can you imagine that? Just whatever direction something's going, that makes you more likely to buy or sell? My gosh, the degree to which that is irrational, it's hard to understate. And so, mind you, we've been putting up with a lot of, frankly, range-bound price action in crypto, so certainly including within XRP, but it's not going to last forever. You just wait. I'm be within the next minute or two, probably, within the part about XRP, and I'll share with you exactly what's being discussed, but XRP is not going to stay in these ranges forever. Whether that means it actually crashes and goes way down and goes to zero, like some XRP haters say, or it goes to the upside, this is a binary bet for me. It'll let enough time pass, and I think what you'll find is that either XRP actually does go to zero forever, it goes away, or it's worth an absolute fortune. There's not going to be much of an in-between, because adoption for crypto is just going to increase. As more money flows in, those cryptocurrencies that are solving real-world problems, money goes there, shoots up. But if this is not one that, if XRP ends up not solving real problems for real people, well, in a mature market, it's zero then. It's a binary bet. And I'm placing my bet. I think it's the latter. I think it's going to be worth way more in the future, but I'm going to keep monitoring, and if anything ever changes, and I start to see that XRP is not actually solving problems for people, or it's getting outcompeted in terms of adoption for the same types of things that it would otherwise be used for, I'm going to watch for that, and I'm going to talk about it if that ever happens, because I'll tell you what, I don't know about you, if things start to look bad, I want to know so I can get the hell out, right? Okay, this is not some sort of religion for me. I know for some of the Bitcoin people out there, the maximalists out there, this is their identity. Crypto is not my identity. I love it. I'm thrilled. I'm very happy. I've gotten to engage with all sorts of other people in the XRP community. But I'm telling you, if this goes south, nothing personal, I'm going to be honest and say it. Now, all that to be said, I don't think that's what's happening. It's astonishing to me the degree to which XRP has been adopted. And you can't find that with pretty much any other crypto on the planet in terms of actual utility. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Credible Crypto. who shared the following with his 327,000 followers. He wrote, "Up against our resistance region now. Would expect a pullback to at least $39,000 from here soon. Again, this is just a base forming here before a full-on reversal, in my opinion." He's talking about Bitcoin there, so if you care to look, I made this chart full screen from you. And I've been sharing his updates along the way, but yes, although he does anticipate that we're going to at least see some move to the downside in the short term, it's another one of those things where, look, we're still kind of range bound. And he says this all the time. The greater the base, the higher in space, that type of concept, you know? The longer things trade sideways, the harder you're finally going to see a break when it does happen. And so he's very firm on his position that the move's going to be to the upside. He does not believe that Bitcoin is in a bear market. Here's chart analyst Michael Vandepop, who tweeted out, "Bitcoin holding crucial level and continuing upwards, meaning that $43,000 is next." So he doesn't even think there's going to be a pullback in the short term. And he's also the analyst that I was citing at the beginning of this video who does not like XRP. And again, nothing against him. He seems like a perfectly nice guy, and he's got the massive following for a reason. In fact, let's see what he's at now. 585,000 followers. So anyway, all that's like, I think he does a fine job, and I don't dislike people just because they feel differently about cryptocurrencies. To me, that if I were to act like that, and I know so many Bitcoin maxis out there do, I'd feel like a damn Neanderthal. You don't like what I like, enemy. No, not doing that crap. I'm just not doing that crap. He seems like a nice dude. He just doesn't like XRP, and I don't think that he has good rationale for that. But hey, that's fine. So let me, oh wait, this is, here's the one I want to go over. Whoops. So here's the headline from the Daily Hodl. Top analyst says big run coming for XRP and Litecoin, predicts one metric will trigger next crypto bull cycle. And I'm not going to cover the portion having to do with Litecoin because this is my channel, damn it. It's an XRP centric channel. I do what I want, but this part is particularly interesting. Check this out. Popular crypto analyst Michael Vandepop is predicting rallies in XRP and Litecoin, and says one key metric will spark the next big bull phase of the digital asset markets. The analyst tells his 584,000 Twitter followers that XRP appears to be compressing in its Bitcoin pair, XRP/BTC, coiling up for a big breakout. And take a look at this tweet. This is what he actually had to say on this. And again, anytime I see something positive about XRP from this guy, I'm paying attention because I know he doesn't want to say this. It's not enjoyable, right? And so he said the following. This chart looks so similar to the previous cycle in 2014 and 2017. Seems like we're going to have that big run on XRP again. The more the chart squeezes, the heavier the breakout will be, and everyone will rush into that position. So folks, isn't that how it works? That's why I always say, you know, it's uncertain. It's more scary to purchase XRP at a time when it's up, it's down, and it's just, who knows for sure what's going to happen. People don't want to buy it until you feel validated, which means that it's gone up, which means that a lot of the opportunity, if not all of it, has dissipated at that point. He's basically saying what we all must know to be true. The longer something trades sideways, when it finally goes, he's basically stating it right there in so many words. So what do you think is going to happen? Well, my bet is that for the indefinite future, crypto asset class continues to move together. I'm sufficiently positioned. I have in crypto what I am comfortable having in crypto, and I think when it pops, it's going to melt faces. There's going to be disgusting, melty face goo all over the pavement. It's going to be disgusting. It's just like in 2017. If you weren't in crypto, you may have seen these little face melts all over the pavement, not knowing that it was because of XRP because you weren't in crypto. It was. They look like little vomit piles like on the pavement as you're walking around. But no, those are melted faces from XRP just rocketing on up. It's just a matter of time, folks. I do think that it's going to happen again. That's my bet anyway. And then there was this. Here's another headline from the Daily Hodl. XRP gaining ground to the bullish side as Ethereum and Solana print reasonable lows, so says crypto analysts. I'm not going to talk about the other cryptos, just XRP here. Popular crypto analyst and trader Jason Pizzino thinks XRP is displaying one promising trend for long-term holders. In a new video, Pizzino tells his 263,000 YouTube subscribers that XRP has been hitting higher lows for nearly a year, despite the bad news the crypto asset has faced. Now, Paul, that's the thing about this. XRP was already supposed to be out of the top 10, so many people said. But instead, you look at the lows from a year ago, just ballpark anywhere around there. You could see, whether you argue before or after it pumped almost $2 in April of last year. If you look at the lows, every time there was a new dip, well, they were higher each time. How about that? It's supposed to be out of the top 10 and for some sort gone to zero by now, but here it is. How about that? Anyway, piece continues. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission sued Ripple Labs in December 2020, claiming that the payments network sold XRP as an unregistered security. Bazzino does note, however, that XRP has been enduring lower highs. And here's a quote, and of course, fair enough to point that out. The trend is still very uncertain, but XRP is trying to gain some short-term ground to the bullish side. And there's a chart there. So when this thing finishes its little range-bound sideways trading and it gets more and more narrow in terms of the ups and downs, which way do you think it's going to break? Look, I'm just saying, you know my stance. My bet ever since the bubble pop last market cycle is that at some unknown point in the future, XRP would pop again and move dramatically to the upside. I don't pretend to know when. There's no way I can know for sure. I do not pretend that there's no risk associated with this, but that's what I think is most probable. Just a matter of time. And in the meantime, it's not going to matter. It's not going to bother me one little bit to continue to hold and be patient. Happy to wait. Now, there's this from the Daily Hodl. Bulls still in control despite Bitcoin dip below $40,000, says crypto analyst Nicholas Merton. One popular crypto analyst says that Bitcoin will reach astounding new heights within the next year. In a new YouTube update, Data Dash host Nicholas Merton tells his 515,000 subscribers that the bulls are still in control of the crypto markets despite recent fluctuations. And here's a quote. Sure, the market isn't exciting at the end of the day, at least right now, but it never is exciting when accumulations are starting to happen. When a trend setup is beginning to build, that's an important thing to understand here. Somebody's pause. Wasn't I just saying something like that a few minutes ago? This is the more boring period, and so if you're paying attention to crypto now just in general, kudos to you, because not enough people are or will until blast-off mode, and then it might be too late or it's getting to that point anyway. There's certainly going to be diminished opportunity. That's when you need to pay attention, right? Nicholas continues. If you want to wait to buy Bitcoin until it's trending higher, be my guest. That's totally fine. I'm not going to give you guys grief about whether or not you want to buy Bitcoin or not now. That's not my aim here. What I want to focus on is the important fact that it takes time, especially in this market or bull cycle, where credit is driving cycles upwards and downwards. We need to understand that it's going to take time, end quote. Now, Merton says the late spring and early summer of 2021 was when Bitcoin began to rebound higher, and since then, it has established higher lows and higher highs, which he believes is showcasing that the bulls are still in charge, no matter how shaky things look. With the bulls still in control, Merton also makes a continued bullish case for Bitcoin over the next year with a price target between $150,000 and $200,000. And so here's the thing. He's in the majority on that position in terms of Bitcoin. I mean, you can squabble over what the dollar figure is, but directionally, is Bitcoin going to break $100,000? All of the other analysts that I follow, off the top of my head, they say yes, that's what's probable. So it's interesting. I guess we're just in this period, even if it looks a little bit different than several years ago. We're not in some sort of harsh and really deep bear market right now. Even if you argue this is a bear market, okay, I'll take this because it looks nothing like 2018. Definitely doesn't look bad at all. But this is when it just takes, you have to have a certain mental fortitude to make it through things in crypto markets. And it's just one of those times because people can get impatient. They're like, oh my gosh, is it ever really going to do anything? A little bit ups and downs. It just tests people and tests people and tests people. And the reason it doesn't bother me is because I know that's a known quantity and I know that's what it does to people. So I'm just choosing not to participate in that way. I'm just going to sit here and hold and recognize it doesn't matter at all. And this thing's going to go though. I don't know when. But I hope these people are right about Bitcoin, because if they are, the whole market moves in tandem and XRP is going to follow. And when that pop happens, given that it's been trading sideways for a long, long period of time, what do you think is going to happen? It's not going to go down forever while everything else is going up. That just doesn't make any damn sense to me. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.